Bunton was born in Kingston, Jamaica. She grew up in the inner city as a child who loved to dance, and she became very involved in the dancehall industry in her youthful years. She chose dance as her career path, which subsequently took her all over the world as a backup dancer for many artists at several shows, including Patra, Shabba Ranks, and Bounty Killer, just to name a few. She gave her life to God in 1998. Maxine is passionate about four things: dancing, nutrition, prayer, and the Word of God. Maxine is a gifted dancer who does prophetic and warfare dancing as she is led. She also teaches dancing to many children. Abbott Nutrition is a health and wellness club that was founded by Maxine in 2019. She believes in living a healthy lifestyle and gives advice on nutrition as well as the benefits of exercising. She is also the founder of ABBA Prayer Line. Maxine has an unusual hunger for the word of the Lord and meditates upon it day and night. Her slogan is, "The anointing will do what the algorithm won't." Please welcome Maxine Bunton.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Please hit that post notification bell. And good to have you again with us. So, we thank the Lord today for another wonderful time in this beautiful atmosphere of Jam Studio in West Palm Beach, Florida. Yay! And today I have sitting beside me this beautiful, anointed young lady. But before I get to Tammie, right, her name is Tammie Evans. Our product I like today is our hydration drink. So we have one blue and we have one green. So this is going to be our product highlight today. And we can just open our drink and pour. All right, leave a little for Jody because I want Jody to taste it. All right. So, cheers. All right. So, it's always good to come into the studio because, there's always one person that, we would come and sit with us in the studio and just go through their daily routine. And so today, right, there's this one young lady, Tammie. I met her when? Some time ago last year. Last summer, right? So I had this distress zone, and a friend of ours, Karen, was at the class, and Karen called me and she was excited that she wanted me to meet this young lady, and she said that she's looking for somebody to teach dance just as a praise dance instructor. And I told her to go ahead and give Tammie my number. And I called her and we just started talking like we were friends like a long time ago. And I remember, speaking into her life and prophesying and telling her some things. And today we're seeing a lot of these things coming to pass. So we give God the glory for today. We give God the glory. Thank God for behind the scene, Jody, who is behind the camera here. And welcome to Intricately Woven Royal Bloodline, our podcast where we just showcase person's talents, their abilities, and their story. And Tammie's story is very amazing. It's very inspirational, and I've watched Tammie grow over the last maybe 8 months, 9 months, and blossom into this beautiful entrepreneur that God has called her to become today. So this story today is the entrepreneur's dream. I would name it the entrepreneur's vision and the entrepreneur's dreams. So for all of you people out there, whether male or female, young or old, who has a dream, who has a vision, and you want to birth that vision or that dream, you're going to hear from Tammie today, this evening, how she started her journey, her highs, her lows, because it wasn't all just glorious. We have highs and we have lows, you know, and what God is doing in her life and what God continues to do in her life. So, your dream, your vision is your baby. If you're out there on the live, your dream, your vision is your baby. And when you have that dream, when you have that vision, and you know that God has called you to this, purpose, you have to nurture it. You have to take care of it and nurture it and watch it grow, watch it blossom. When you plant that seed, you have to watch it blossom, watch it grow to different stages, like a tree. I always say your vision is your baby. You watch the baby, just as the baby, when you're pregnant and you go through the 9 months, you watch the baby go through the different stages of life. You understand? You remember when the babies started crawling, creeping, we call it in Jamaica. And when the baby first put out his first tooth, Jamaican people call it rice grain, rice peg again. So I hear Jody laughing because she's familiar with the terminology. Yes. So, and then you watch that baby grow and develop along the way. That's our dream. That's our vision. And God will hold us accountable, to see if we're gonna, nurture that dream and that vision. So we welcome you again to this channel. And yeah, so the entrepreneur's dream, Tammie, right? And I know that you're a woman of God. So would you mind telling the world your name, where you from, where were you born, what nationality are you?
Sure.
Mhm.
My name is Tammie Evans.
Mhm.
I was born in New York, Brooklyn, New York, to be exact.
All right.
I am from Haitian descent. My parents were both Haitian. My dad is from Jeremy, and my mom was born in Port-au-Prince. So I wasn't born in Haiti. I was born in the States, but I grew up in a Haitian household. So I'm Haitian American.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other question?
Big up to all the Asians, and let us tell you something.
Haitian Flag Day.
Yes, Asian Flag Day, and
Happy
God has been sending these Haitians my way. I have quite a few Asian friends, and I love them dearly. I have a few Asian friends, and trust me, they're beautiful people. They're sweet people. All right, so you answered the question. Your name. You were born in New York, Brooklyn, New York. So shout out to all the Brooklyn people out there that will get a chance to watch this live, this session. And she wasn't born in Haiti, but she's
I was born in the States, in Brooklyn, New York.
yeah, Brooklyn, New York. And your parents are Haitian. So
Correct.
did you get a chance to learn Creole or
I did.
French?
My first language growing up was French.
French.
However, back then, in order for you to attend school, you had to learn English.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, my mom was trying to get me enrolled into kindergarten,
Mm-hmm.
and they wouldn't allow me to attend unless I spoke English. So at that point, I started learning how to speak English. And in the home, the only other language that was spoken was either French or Creole, predominantly Creole,
Mm-hmm.
which is, a slang.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the Creole language, and that was because that's how I communicated with my grandmother, and at times with my mom and my dad. But then, growing up and as years passed and we got older,
Mm-hmm.
my grandmother, passed away. And with that, I lost the language. It wasn't something, how it is when you know a skill and you don't use it as much, that skill isn't sharpened. So I lost the language. I do understand it. I understand French as well. But they say, there's a saying that Haitians say that when someone is speaking Creole and they don't speak it fluently, that it sounds heavy, or loop, right? So that's why I don't speak it.
I didn't know
This
that.
is
I
not,
yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't come out
Mhm.
properly, but
So
I use it when I need to.
yeah, so your grandmother taught you Creole.
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
She did.
And that's good because
Mhm.
whenever I meet people and I hear that they're mixed, like whether Spanish and I always say, do you speak Spanish? No. Do you speak French or Creole? No. So for all the parents out there that have your grandchildren, please teach them a second language. Please teach them
Oh,
the
yeah, it's a
French, the
huge
Creole,
benefit.
yes, or the
Mhm.
Spanish because it is an enhancer. You understand? Especially living in Florida, especially living in Florida, being able to speak another language, a second language, is
Mhm.
always
It
good,
definitely
especially in
is.
South Florida where it's predominantly Hispanic.
Yep.
Yeah. So now I already tell the people how we met. So it was Karen. Big up to Karen. Thank you, Karen, for
Thanks,
introducing me
Karen.
yet to this wonderful soul. And ever since we met, I met her on the basis of fitness, as I am a wellness coach and I'm heavily into nutrition. So when I met Tammie, she was doing just the Zumba classes,
That is correct.
right? But before we go to that, right?
Mhm.
Did you always want to become an entrepreneur? Tell us a little about that.
I did, and this isn't the first business that I've formed. This particular journey that I'm on with fitness and nutrition and things of that sort started because it started off as my weight loss journey.
Mm-hmm.
I had gained a lot of weight, and for a lot of those that had the experience of working on site at one point and working in an office at one point and then having to work from home because of the pandemic, then you understand where I'm coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I gained a lot of weight.
You want
because I wasn't at-
you
I
wouldn't
wasn't
mind
at-
telling the audience how many pounds you
I was almost 200 pounds. I was
Mhm.
almost 200 pounds. And, my average is about like 175, right? But I went up to almost 200 pounds,
Mhm.
and that was because I wasn't active. I was inside,
Mhm.
and with the pandemic, I have asthma, so I developed a phobia of even going anywhere. So I wasn't doing anything. And, with me being in, of course, I'm snacking on everything. Like
Mhm.
Little Debbie is my best friend. I tell everybody
What
that.
is Little Debbie?
Little Debbie snacks, like the cupcakes and the cookies
Oh,
and the good stuff, the good bad stuff,
Mhm.
good bad stuff. So anyway, I snacked a lot, ate a lot, and without, being that I wasn't active, I put on a lot of weight. So I then ended up developing a lot of ailments, one of which was circulatory issues.
Wow.
Working from home, sitting for long hours, working at a computer. I ended up with a lot of circulatory issues, which landed me getting some type of like vascular surgery. And I went through a course of about like it was like 3 surgeries. Like they weren't abrasive procedures, but uncomfortable and necessary. And that was because again I was not moving. I wasn't doing. I was just eating and just not doing what I needed to do on my part health wise.
Mhm.
Then afterwards, I ended up having a knee injury, which then pushed me back again because after the surgery,
Right.
I started walking because I had to circulate the blood through
Right.
the veins so that I could get the blood flowing. But then I had the knee injury, so that set me back,
Mhm.
and then I started gaining the weight again. So I decided I was going to go ahead and maybe go to a gym or something.
Mhm.
And then when I got there, and I was like, gosh, I, did not want to have a gym membership, and I went to LA Fitness. I went to LA Fitness, and I just, my only interest was the Zumba classes. the cardio classes.
Right,
Zumba was
right.
it for me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in and I took one class and I was like, okay, this is great, you know, but do I really want to pay a monthly fee just so that I could go to Zumba, or do I want to, you know, go ahead and maybe just see if there's another option for me?
Right.
Right. So, you know, that was the first class. And, you know, they give you like a little trial. So I used the trial period. And I said, you know what? I'm going to use the trial for something different, not just to go and see if, you know, this is what I want to do or invest in, you
Mm-hmm.
know, like for my health, you know, and my fitness. I'm going to use it for something different. So that's when I came up with this idea that I was going to now use my trial to see if I could maybe find trainers that would be interested in maybe, you know, starting something different, just something for Port St. Lucie. You know, am on Facebook, I'm on social media, and there were so many forums out there where people were saying, you know, is there a way that they could just go to Zumba without having to join the gym?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's always, you know, looking for Zumba classes, no gym, and they'll mention like certain gyms. They just don't want that. They just want to go to Zumba, and that's it. You know, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna see if maybe they can buy into my idea. So I went, used the trial period, and met a couple of the trainers, pitched the idea, let them know who I was, you know, what I was trying to do,
Mm-hmm.
and to see if they had any interest in it. And surprisingly, they were interested. That's where it started. It started off again with me just trying to lose weight and me not wanting to commit to a gym membership, and just, you know, with a conversation, just a conversation, and like a transparent one, you know, with, you know, here's the situation. Let's come to, you know, some type of goal together,
Mm-hmm.
you know. It just, that's basically where Caribbean Fitness came about.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you mentioned a word just now, transparency.
Yeah.
So what I love about Tammie is if I say something to her, she would not get offended. She would take it as constructive criticism, right?
Yeah.
So I remember when I first met Tammie, I said, I said to her that, listen, this thing seemed like Caribbean Zumba network.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
No. The first thing I told her, I said, listen, you can't do fitness without nutrition. Come on now, cheers to nutrition. Yes. The first thing I said to her, I said, there's no way you're gonna do fitness without nutrition because they go hand in hand. They're married, and I literally used the word they were married. They're married to each other. So it's always, we were taught that it's always 80-20, the 80-20 rule. Mm-hmm. It's always 80% nutrition and 20% exercise. For all the people out there, it's always 80-20. Remember the 80-20 rule. 80% nutrition, 20% exercise. So I remember telling her the first thing, you're gonna have to marry. And I wasn't looking for nobody to sign in Herbalife at the time. I was just giving her my honest, what I know was really true. And yeah, so I said, there's no way you're gonna be doing fitness without nutrition. And for real, I could not sit and be a part of it because I know it was going the opposite direction. So when I told her that, she listened. And yeah, and the second thing I said to her, and she never took offense to it, was, this sound like Caribbean Zumba network. We need fitness. When you think about fitness, you're thinking about boot camps. You're thinking about just the different things, the weight loss challenges, all these different things that come together and make it the full package. And God will do that. Like when He gives you a dream or a vision, when you start it out of obedience, then He will send the people to you to help to move the vision forward into His direction. And that's what I did. So I told her that you're gonna have to switch it up a little. Like it's too much Zumba. Every day of the week is a different Zumba
Now,
class,
don't
a
get us
different.
wrong. Zumba is fun.
No, Zumba is fun. I'm
It's
coming to
fun.
it. It's fun
It
because
is.
Zumba is still a part of Caribbean Fitness Network. Big up to Janice out there. We love you, Janice, Annie, and all the Zumba instructors. Scott, all yes, all the Zumba instructors. But Zumba is good. But we're talking about Caribbean Fitness Network.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
I remember that conversation
Mhm.
because it was more so along the lines where at the time all I had was Zumba classes going. And the name Caribbean Fitness Network did not fit just having Zumba
Alone.
as alone, standalone
Mhm.
classes that I was offering. So that, point that was made pushed me to look into expanding the network, where I didn't just focus on Zumba or dance fitness and add other things in to the network to, of course, force growth or to encourage growth. And
And
it did.
we come into that. We come into that because it's got it over the last 8 months or 9 months. It has gotten so interesting. It has gotten so refreshing. It has
That would
gotten.
be the
I've
very
watched her grow.
good.
I've watched the fitness network grow into this, and there's room
Oh,
for
yeah.
growth. And I told her from day one, even today when we were coming, I said to her, "This thing is gonna blow up. Get ready. I know it's gonna blow up because um, Tammie is so organized, guys. The Bible said God is a God of order and a God of integrity. She's so organized. I have to speak about this in the interview. She's so organized that like when you go to her classes, the minute you enter the building, everything is just in order, chronological order. Like everything is just like this in order. So even if she should go somewhere and say, "Can you run the class for me?" I would know what to do because everything is in order. I don't hands on, like everything is just scan and go. So I'm learning from her too, with scanning and going, and I've seen where that has helped a lot. Right, so I had to really put that in. You're really a woman of order and a woman of excellence, and you're gonna go far with that, right? So you said you wanted to be your own boss, an entrepreneur from you were
I
growing
did.
up.
I did. I mean, I've always wanted to do something of my own. Something that would, of course, be successful
Right.
and something that I can potentially pass along to my kids.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe spark their interest where they want to start their own school.
Right,
You
right,
know,
right. Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I've always wanted to work for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
What what is your nutrition journey and the best part?
Learning the products, I think, and the creativity.
Hold
That
on.
would be
So let me
say
let
that
me.
again.
So before you go
I
to
gave us
that,
so much
yeah,
pleasure.
yeah. Before you go to that, so Tammie is one of my Herbalife distributor, right? And God bless the day when she signed up as a distributor.
Angie, if you were listening, you heard that,
Yeah,
right?
God bless the day when she signed up as a distributor because I knew that greatness was in store or is in store for Caribbean Fitness Network. So for her to call me one day and say, "I'm ready." And I'm like, "Ready? What are you talking about?" She said, "I'm ready to sign up now." And right there in the car, I remember Shanika driving,
Yeah.
and I was signing her up in the car while Shanika was driving, and she became um, a part of my team. The FOG team, the Favor of God team. Big up to all the FOGers out there. And so joining the business, I've watched her again over the last 4 months, 5 months,
Mhm.
blossom into this awesome distributor. Awesome distributor. You understand? So the question I asked was, what um, How is your nutrition journey and the best part of
It's
it?
it's amazing. I mean, honestly, because I learn something new every day. I do, you know, and I like to have the ability of being creative.
Mm-hmm.
I really love it, you know, and for me, you know, with the Herbalife drinks itself, I'm open to like being creative with, I mean, the drinks. It's like pink and they're blue and they're purple and, you know, just all types of different colors, different flavors, you know, and I have a lot of fun with it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The aspect of learning the different products, you know, because for me, I like to know what it is. I like to know the five whys, you know, the why this, why that, or,
Right.
you know, the who, what, when, and where.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because for me, if I know the product, understand the product, then it's easier for me to speak to it, you know, and I can, you know, potentially, I guess, address any concerns that somebody, you know, may
May
have.
have.
And I
Mm-hmm.
more than likely am going to end up having a conversation with somebody like me,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that will want to know what's in it.
Mm-hmm.
What are the benefits? Why should I, you know, go with this and not with this other product, this
Mm-hmm.
store-bought product?
Mm-hmm.
Why this one? You
Mm-hmm.
know, so I want to be, always want to be in a position where I'm knowledgeable enough to speak to certain things like that, and I can pivot conversations like that, you know. But I mean, all in all, the journey itself, it's an interesting one. It really is, and I think that the Herbalife piece was one of the missing pieces to
The
Caribbean
puzzle.
Fitness Network. Yeah, it was.
You heard what she said, guys?
Mhm.
She said Herbalife nutrition,
Mhm.
not just Herbalife,
Mhm.
Herbalife nutrition was the missing piece of the puzzle
Yeah.
to Caribbean Fitness
Mhm.
Network. And I do believe that because again, you cannot, for all the trainers out there, all the coaches out there, you cannot do fitness without nutrition. And I can boldly sit on this platform in front of this camera and say that with that level of authority because that's true. Because I've come across people working out and their visceral fat is like 35.
Yeah.
35 is a walking dead.
Mhm.
Like seriously, if you know what the visceral fat is, people talk about fatty liver,
Mhm.
right? That's the fat around your organs, your heart, your lungs, your liver, your
Yeah.
kidney, and that's the fat that causes stroke and heart attack and all these things. And these people will be in these classes, jumping, not losing any weight,
Mhm.
but just jumping up, having a good time. I would
Yeah.
say because a lot of the workout sessions is just having a good time. Nothing is wrong with having a good time because we had a good time this morning.
Yeah. We
And
definitely
we
did.
always
We
have a
always
good time.
did.
We
We always
always have a
did.
good time at
Yeah.
any Caribbean Fitness workout sessions. But once you come through these doors, you're gonna hear "Welcome to the club."
Mhm.
That's the first thing you're gonna hear, and it's a whole vibe inside there.
Yeah.
You understand? You're gonna get your nutrition, you're gonna get your energy drink, and these drinks are nutrition. They're nutritious. They're good for your body, your cells, your muscles,
Muscles.
your joints, you understand? You're gonna get these different nutrition in. So I agree that that was the missing part, the missing link to
Mhm.
Caribbean Fitness Network,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So, how is your fitness journey?
It's a lot better than what it was before. I mean, before it was just all over the place, and now it's a lot better.
When you say
I
all over the place, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, it was just, you know, I guess the occasional workout here and there
Mm-hmm.
and eating whatever, you know. So it was just different. I'm a lot more focused, and that's
Nice.
because my understanding has changed. It changed dramatically, you know,
Mm-hmm.
especially since I started, you know, with Herbalife, and started the boot camp,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I work out. I do. I work out, you know, and, you know, to an extent. Of course, I have to modify a lot of things, but I still work out. I'm active. I'm a lot more active than I was before.
Before.
So, for us, we have our boot camp is on Mondays. It's at 7 p.m.
Mhm.
And we work together, work out together as a group. And this is something that we do in the park at what is it?
Sportsman's Park.
Sportsman's Park, right?
Mhm.
Sportsman's Park at 7 p.m. And big up to Alexis and Erica
Mhm.
for joining
Yay.
in and helping us with the exercises, showing us the proper positions
To
and form and
perform.
stuff,
Mhm.
and just pushing us and being patient with us because yeah, we complain and we cry, but we get it done and we get it done as a group. And you should see how we just pull together and just push and motivate each other. But boot camp is on Mondays, and then on Thursdays we have Zumba with Miss Janice. She's so spicy. And then and on Saturdays, Saturday mornings, we have boot camp again with Alexis and Erica. And every other Saturday, we now have a new addition, which is our extreme hip hop step, and that is with Miss Charlotte, who was so gracious enough to travel up from West Palm, you guys, to Port St. Lucie. So I mean, it's the buy-in that I have from the trainers and the camaraderie that we have.
Mhm.
I feel that we are a team, and it's like almost like family. I love their character. I love the way that they support each other.
Mhm.
Any event that Janice has to travel because she travels a lot. She is a Zen, meaning that she is the one that choreographs a lot of the Zumba dances. So a lot of the instructors go to Janice and learn
Oh wow.
the
I didn't
choreographing,
know
and
that.
they go off and they teach it. Yeah,
Oh.
she's a Zen. So she is, this is someone that has been doing Zumba since like she was 13 years old and maybe even younger than that.
Mhm.
So she's been doing it for years, and I mean, you can tell how much fun she has doing it, and she makes it just fun.
Right.
We've had Annie taught, facilitated the class on Thursday. She's amazing. Scott is, oh my gosh, he is amazing.
Yeah.
Mr. Maraca, but yeah, I mean, it's amazing. It's an amazing journey, and working with them, encourages me. It really
Nice. I
does.
love that.
It really
Yeah.
does. It
Mhm.
encourages me because it's like their I guess the drive that they have,
Mhm.
to just come up with different things and to just make it fun and, have it where it's like all inclusive, with, the people that are joining in and taking the classes and just making it fun and
Right.
just pushing
Mhm.
us and letting us know that we can do it. Is just I look forward to the workouts. I really do. I used to just be the one in the back, just like video and everything, but now I partake in it because it is fun and it's overall it's good for me, in my
Nice.
journey. So
And yeah, the classes are amazing because I've been taking the classes. I've been doing the boot camps on Mondays whenever I can. I've been doing the
mhm.
Zumba classes on Thursdays, and I've been doing the step classes on every other Saturday. So the classes are amazing. So if you're in the Port St. Lucie area, just get in touch with Caribbean Fitness Network. You can go to Instagram. It's Caribbean Fitness Network. TikTok, Caribbean Fitness Network,
Facebook as well.
Facebook, Caribbean Fitness Network,
Mhm.
right? And the classes are amazing. I always look forward to attending the classes. I
Mhm.
don't have a favorite. You understand? Because I look at it this way, where every class is a total
Different
different
experiences.
experience. The boot camp is, if you're familiar with boot camp, you will know that's totally different, right?
Yes.
The Zumba, totally different. The step, even different. So any class you come, you're gonna enjoy yourself, and it's always gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And she answered my question, like, do you have a good relationship with your coaches? And she did. You heard her. She big up her coaches, and they're amazing people. Because
Yeah.
yeah, I've met them. I've met Scott. I've met Janice, Annie, yes,
Mhm.
and Charlotte, the newest one on in the network now. And so also what I like about them too, if they're not able to come, like Janice, she would send somebody to cover for her.
Always.
Yeah, always send
Always.
somebody to cover for her. She just don't leave us hanging. Because I'm also a part of Caribbean Fitness Network.
Mhm.
I'm the content creator. I'm the one that is always walking through the room with the camera. I'm the one that is always, as I reach, I'm the one that is always popping up my phone and recording and taking pictures, and doing all of that. So another thing that I admire about Tammie is working out with her husband.
Oh gosh, my babe.
So you want to tell us a little about that? She's always working out at the boot camp, though, the boot camp with her
Yeah.
husband,
So
and at home too.
yeah, at
Mhm.
home. Yeah, we work out together at home. I think the boot camp is just another way for us to bond more.
Yeah.
Because we found something else in common.
Mhm.
I've been married to my husband for a while. It's an interesting story, but we've been married for about 18 years.
18 years.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. That's
And
good.
and the thing is, it's like, sometimes it's you get into a relationship and then you start learning about each other. But
Mhm.
in this case, it's like we're always learning something new. And, fitness is just a new thing that we have learned about each other. We could, bond on, so we work out together, and we encourage each other as well, so when he sees that I start slowing down, he comes by me and he's like, "You could do it. How many more do you have?"
Support.
And then
Yeah.
he'll support me and push me through the end. There's no throwing in the towel, and I do the same for him. So I mean, it's good. We go to each workout together. And if for some reason, weather or something like that impacts the workout, then we work out from home. We definitely work out from home together, and it's a lot of fun. And it's encouraging. It definitely is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, Tell us a little about your down days, like because I know it's not always
It's not
like
always
starting a
like,
new business is not easy, because Caribbean Fitness Network is gonna be 1 year old
August
on
9th.
August 9th.
Mhm.
So tell us a little about your highs and your lows.
Man, I've
Mhm.
had a lot of. I mean, as an entrepreneur, you go through your highs and lows. You have, the times that everything is going well. But then you have your times when things start to slow down, and it's just like no matter how you try to reinvent the wheel, it
Mhm.
just keeps breaking.
Mhm.
And you know I have hit that brick wall, and have had that trying to reinvent and try to put things out there, and it's just not sticking, it's not working. And I'm just sitting there, draining myself, trying to push something that is just not going to work.
Right.
I had to stop, I guess, beating myself up about it. Why? Because, and I had to give myself kudos for at least trying. Because if I didn't try, then I would just like, what if myself to death? Like, I could have, should have, why didn't I try this? I should have done this,
Right.
or I gave up too quickly. I like to at least give it a shot, and, when things don't go right, I never, ever, ever blame it on the instructor. It's not the instructor. It isn't. It's just, it may not be the right time. It's something that I have to step back and, maybe adjust a little bit. And I always ask their feedback, because they know they're in the business, they've been in it, they're front and center. They're
Longer
front
than
line.
you, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they know, what will work and what will not. So I always get their feedback and see if they're open to like maybe giving some ideas. I take whatever ideas, and I try to make something of it. Even if it's a participant,
Mm-hmm.
I've had people that have joined the network as members, and they offer, their opinion, things that they would like to see, maybe
Right.
a particular day, a particular time, But I have had those days where I just want to lay in the bed with the sheets over my head, and then she'll call me like, Tammie, girl, wake up.
I was about to say that.
Stop dragging yourself.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I was
you
about
know?
to say that, like those low days when I would call and I would be like, "Why you sound like that? What's
That's
going
it.
on?
All I have to say is hello. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, why you sound like
Why
that?
you sound like that?" And then I'll be praying, and I'll be giving her, ideas or but it's always good because I own Urban. I'm the CEO of Urban Nutrition, and I remember losing not losing my business, but losing the location that I had in Miramar. And trust me, that one had hit me so hard that but life goes on. We always have to get up and move. You understand? Because every day the world is moving. We can't sit down in that dead zone. So give her a day or a couple hours and she'll snap out like next.
Yeah.
You understand? But God always used me to lift her up from I met her, to encourage her, to feed her spirit, and yeah. So
It's interesting.
I
This is a really interesting journey.
it's
So
an
now that I
interesting
think
journey,
about it,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
because you know what? When I joined Herbalife,
Mm-hmm.
that was January, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with a week after that, I was laid off from my job. A week after that, and at that time, I was already working on relaunching all of the classes, because the classes, Zumba, boot camp, everything started February, and my last day was February 8th, so when she talks about the highs and the lows, it's just, when I've set out to do something and I already have the plan in motion,
Mm-hmm.
it's just, a truck just comes by and shoot, just like runs it right over. And then I feel like I have to pick up the pieces again, and I have to start over and think of something else.
Mm-hmm.
I think of how I'm going to keep it all together, so that's why I say that I am really grateful, for the instructors that I have,
True. You're
and
nice people,
because
yeah.
they don't have to do what they're doing. It's not as if they're obligated to, taking part in the network. They're really encouraging people, and they're supportive, really supportive,
Mm-hmm.
and anyone that has attended the classes, they fall in love with them. I mean, like they
That's true.
really
Yeah.
enjoy. I mean, and it's just the thing is for me when I went to their classes at the beginning of my journey, that was something that I noticed with them. They stayed behind class and they would like talk to all of the participants that came to the class, and it
Mm-hmm.
was just like they had like care and concern.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't, there were some classes that I did go to with others that were just, as soon as the class was over, they were packing up their bag, they weren't really saying much or
Mm-hmm.
interacting with anyone, and they were ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones that I have, they actually interacted, and that's what I really, really, really liked about them. But this journey with, I had a lot of losses, a lot of losses, and some major wins,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, because of the people that I have come across, people that I have formed partnerships with,
Nice.
collaborated with,
Mm-hmm.
and just the growth alone,
Mm-hmm.
is for me a testimony, because I could have given up as soon as I found out that I got laid off. I could have called Maxine back and tried to find out how I was going to get a refund for the
Yeah.
Herbalife, and just went on social media and just canceled everything. But I did it.
She
I did it.
didn't. Big
I
up to
did
God, big
not.
up to Jesus,
Yeah.
because we always say that Jesus is the CEO of our business. He
Yeah.
is our business partner. So, and as I said from the beginning, that I've watched her journey, and to the point where we have, what you call it, vendors now, right? Vendors, like, if you're out there, and vendors, we have somebody that recently came on board, like
Hmm.
that, like Rachel,
Rachel.
the
Oh,
the
she's
waist
so
bead lady.
sweet.
Yeah.
Right. So
Mm-hmm.
she's it's Be Adored Waist Beads, and she is in Port St. Lucie. Just recently relocated up to Port St.
From
Lucie.
Broad, where I'm
And
from,
she
to,
had her
yeah.
business established out there,
Mm-hmm.
but moved up to Port St. Lucie. And it's like how it is. It's like you are so accustomed to
Starting over.
to knowing folks, and
Mm-hmm.
everyone knows you, and you've built that trust, and your community out there, and then you move somewhere else and you have to start over. And that was
I did
like
that.
her.
Mm-hmm.
That was her. And when she was just coming to the classes, she came to the classes, and I just said, well, I mean, if she's selling a product, why not just, she's already coming to the class, why not
Mm-hmm.
just bring your products with you, you know and I would do the same for any of the other participants if they have a business. I just think that we really should just kind of just help
Together.
each other,
Yeah.
honestly.
That's why it's called network. We're
Oh yeah,
networking. As
definitely.
long as it's not conflicting with what we're doing, and you
And it
understand?
never has. I
Yeah.
mean, it really never has. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I just like the camaraderie. I definitely like the camaraderie.
Yeah.
If any of the trainers are doing something outside of Caribbean Fitness Network, I'm going to share it,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
One of the things that I love too about Caribbean Fitness,
Mm-hmm.
right, network, I've watched some people's journey, like Adrian. Yeah, I've watched these ladies and people. Remember, it's not Caribbean women fitness network. It's Caribbean fitness for male and female. We want to see the men participate. We want to see the men come on
Yeah,
board.
we have a few, just
Yeah,
it's a handful,
handful of
but
men. We know Mike,
yeah,
your husband, is a part of the boot camp,
yeah,
and
he
so
is.
we have a handful of men. But I've watched some of these people's journey, and I am in love with their journey. Like, for instance, Adrian, she has lost a lot of weight. Her visceral fat went down. We had a conversation a few days ago. Her visceral fat is going down,
Mhm.
and that's as wellness coaches, that is our responsibility, not just selling products, or not just for the money, the money, the money. Our responsibility is to help the people, because the people need help. They need help. People need help because obesity is on the rise. That's why I know that I'm in the right business. Obesity is on the rise. Diabetes is on the rise. Right? High cholesterol is on the rise. Cancer. And I'm not saying that
Cardiovascular
yeah,
disease,
disclaimer,
all sorts of
Herbalife does
stuff.
not cure any disease or
Yeah.
anything, but we do believe with cellular nutrition, life is good because we know what we are putting into our bodies. We know what is in our products, right? So I've watched Adrian's journey over the time, and
Myself,
Tammie's journey over the time. I've seen what the
hubby.
Prolessa is doing. The Prolessa is an amazing product. It's our liposuction in a bottle, and it helps to trim that fat, the fat release, all these products. We see what the products are doing, right? You heard her. She said she had circulatory issues, right? She's learning about the products. She knows what to prescribe, give. If you come and XYZ, we know what to give you.
Yeah.
We know what will work for you as an individual, and I can guarantee you're going to look better, you're going to live longer, and trust me, it's going to be an amazing, 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 amazing journey.
Oh yeah.
it's an amazing journey. And this morning, so this morning I saw another part of to her because I know she does hair, but I saw her setting up this table with all these hair extension and this eyelash and all these different things this morning, and I'm
See,
like,
so most that know
yeah,
me know me as the hair bundle lady, you
hmm
know. So I am also owner of BU Hair Extensions.
say that again. B U. So if you're
BU
there, B
you
capital B
you
U
hair
hair
extensions.
extension and on social media. Yeah.
Yeah, so am a hair extensions vendor, and as far as doing hair, this is something that was a passion and hobby of mine from like the age of like 13, 14.
hmm
I just I guess kind of like sharpened the skill. Um, and learned how to do different things. I'm just one of those people that if I see it done once, I know how to do it on my
hmm
own without having to go and take a class or anything like that. But I like doing hair. I like doing hair. I think the my favorite is painting. Painting. I like
Painting too?
painting hair.
Oh, painting hair. Oh,
I like to
she this
paint.
lady, she's so good with her
Color it.
hands.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
color hair. I mean, I could make it any color you want, honestly. So it's again, and the reason again, it's why I like it. Why creativity.
hmm
I just have a creative mind. That's just me. I like just doing different
Right.
things. Taking products and just pushing them,
Yeah.
see if they could do what I wanted to do.
Yeah. So as we're coming um, slowly now toward the end of our program, so um, is there anything that you want to give away? You, like anything you want to give away? Because we normally do a little giveaway on the program. So we'll throw out a question out there, and whoever
Mhm.
answers, then it could be anything that come to your
How
to
many
your
giveaways can I do?
as much as you have.
Yeah, let's do
One, two,
Let's do
two, yes.
Okay.
Because yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
what you giving away? And then we'll men
Herbalife cup.
a Herbalife product.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So she's giving a Herbalife product, right?
Mhm.
So what's the question we're gonna ask them? Because we have some people on the live.
Uh, um,
I know a question to ask them.
um, did we mention when did Caribbean Fitness start?
Yes, and where were you born?
Oh yeah, okay. All right.
So for the people out there on the live, Jody, can you help me with this, please? So we're gonna ask two questions because we have two giveaways, right? When was Caribbean Fitness born? The month, the date,
Just the month. The month.
just the month, the
I think the
date.
month would be okay.
I see Andy, so for Andy, big up Andy, big up Shanika. When was Caribbean Fitness born? Which month?
I think we mentioned it.
Somebody mention it?
I think we did.
We did mention it.
We did. I think we did.
So
Because that's when I met her.
yeah. Well, we don't see no answer. All right. What next? Wait, where was Tammie born? Where was Tammie born?
They could type in there.
They can type here, but I'm not
Really?
seeing anything. Yeah. Consider
Uh-huh.
what they're saying. That's why I know that Andy's there.
Mm-hmm.
Abba fam. All right. So nobody's answering. So
Mm-hmm.
again, it's okay. Maybe after the live is done, whoever comes on, I don't know. Yeah. But it was a good testimony, right, Jody? It was great, yeah. And I have a little gift for you. I normally do a little giveaway. So here's my little gift. This is my little gift for Tammie. So let me tell
Mhm.
you what's written on it, and this is all inspired by the Holy Spirit. So
Mhm.
to Caribbean Fitness Network and Caribbean Flavor Nutrition, and you have to tell us a little about Caribbean Flavor Nutrition before we go.
Mhm.
Care of Tammie Evans, Exodus 14:14. From intricately woven royal bloodline, you are a fighter and a woman of faith. Stand still and you will see the salvation of the Lord. Greater is coming as you stay consistent and patient on this entrepreneur journey. You will see what God will do. It will be mind blowing. Just don't give up. Love, Prophetess Maxine.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that.
So that is
Thank
for
you.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And before we go, you want to tell us about Caribbean flavor? Because we
Caribbean.
never mentioned Caribbean flavor.
All right, so Satellite Club is Caribbean flavor, and that's where I get creative, right? So Maxine, Prophetess Maxine here has this is our blue, it's our blue refresher, it's our Hydrate Me. All right, it's a mix of the CR7 Drive, the acai berry CR7 Drive, and a blue raspberry beverage
An
enhancer.
answer.
That's basically what it is, and it's used so that you can replace that Gatorade that is not good for you, high sodium.
We're
You
allowed to
have,
say
if you
that.
haven't, if we're not allowed to, I'm sorry, but if you have it, throw it in the trash because it's not good for you. All right. The one that I have is also mixed with the CR7, but the beverage enhancer that I used for this one is a lemon lime. All
Hmm.
right. So, but yeah, I get really, really, really creative.
Yeah.
Even like working with the splitting of the colors and things like that. But the Satellite Club is Caribbean flavors, and
How did you come up with the name Caribbean flavor?
I wanted to tie it in or pair it with Caribbean Fitness Network. That's
Hmm.
basically where I came up with that, and it also kind of brought me back to like growing up in New York. There was a Caribbean ice cream shop that my mom used to take me to,
Hmm.
and it was called Taste of Tropics. And in Taste of Tropics, everything was just, like tropical flavored stuff. I mean, your rum raisin, you had your pistachio, you had your sour sup or guanabana, you had your there was another one that she used to love butterscotch, but rum raisin was like her favorite, favorite, favorite. You had your coconut. I mean, with the real coconut flakes and stuff in there, and I just wanted to like kind of bring in like something from my past, the good times, things that, I held in
Nice.
my heart,
Hmm.
and I,
Hmm.
named it Caribbean flavors.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so she has a, what's the thing that I love that you make?
Oh,
She
ambrosia.
made this ambrosia, guys. It is
Ambrosia
so
with the
good. Oh
Herbalife
my God.
products.
With the Herbalife products, guys, it is so 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 good. I told her she's gonna have to start mailing out some things
Yeah.
like to people. Like these things are tasting so good. But yes, so we've come to the end of our program. It was nice having you, Tammie.
Thank you
Oh,
for
did
having
you did
me.
you enjoy your
I
sharing your
did. I
testimony?
did. I did. It
Yeah,
brought back a lot of, stuff and
stuff.
just,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I know that God is gonna do something mighty in your business.
Mhm.
You know what? It's all on the card. He said it, and he's
Yeah.
gonna do it. That just be consistent. Always remember that consistency is the
Key
key
to
in anything
success.
that we're doing. Consistency is the key. Always remember that we're valuable to the marketplace because again, we are needed out there as wellness coaches. People need us. People want us to people want need our service. People
Mhm.
need our products. Our products are amazing. Our products are quality and not quantity.
Mhm.
So we know that our products speak for us, and we know that we are on our way together in this fitness journey, and we're not turning back because again, obesity is on the rise, diabetes, high cholesterol, cancer, all these things are on the rise. And guys, make sure that you are supplementation. It's always supplementation over medication. Remember that. always supplementation over medication. So with that being said, remember that we are intricately woven into his royal bloodline. I love you all. We love you all. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and just send out this video. All right. We love you all. God bless. Peace out.
Bye.